So in the physical properties, right next regarding solubility. Okay, we just saw the boiling points, right? Yeah, right now solubility. Please write alcohols are soluble in water. Alcohols are soluble in water, whereas phenols are sparingly soluble. Whereas phenols are sparingly soluble. Alcohols are, well, alcohols contain hydrogen bond with water molecule, which facilitates solubility, Okay, so there are two things, please remember. For example, if you have an alcohol, you will have an alkyl group part, that is R, and then you have the OH part. Okay, and if you look at water molecule, water will be having HOH. So this OH part forms the hydrogen bond. So I can say there are two parts. It's a very important concept. Okay, please listen very carefully. We have two parts in alcohol, in each and every alcohol. We have one part which is favorable for solubility, because this is the polar bond. This is the polar part, as well as this is the part which is leading to the formation of hydrogen bond. So this is the favorable part. Favorable for solubility. And then we have this alkyl group. This alkyl group will be what it will be? Not favorable or unfavorable. Right? Yes or no? Please tell me, guys. Is this clear till now? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes,
The
sir.
two parts.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now you tell me one thing. Let's suppose if I increase the number of carbon atom, if I'm increasing the number of carbon atom, then you tell me what part I'm increasing. I'm increasing this R part or the OH part. If I'm increasing the number of carbon atoms, then which
R.
part is getting R?
R.
Hai na? Very good. So if the R part is going to increase, that means which part is increasing? Not favorable part is increasing. And that is why what will happen to the solubility? Tell me. Solubility will be? Solubility kya hoga? Decrease. Very good. Solubility will decrease. All of you understood this? Yes or no? Please tell me, guys.
Yes, sir.
Ahmed, Razan. Razan, आपको समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Next. On increase in number of carbon atoms in alcohol, solubility decreases. Solubility decreases as larger alkyl group prevents the formation of hydrogen bond with water molecule. All of you done? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Sir, 1 second.
Okay. अच्छा हाँ, by the way, Sarah, I was in Patna on
Yes.
what, Friday? On Friday. You know Sultanganj?
Yeah.
अच्छा, आप आस पास रहते हैं क्या? आपको भी तो
नहीं,
दावत
बहुत
नहीं थी
दूर है।
कहीं? बहुत दूर है, अच्छा।
Done, sir.
Done. Okay, great. Have you been to any other city, Sarah, other than Patna in India?
I've been to Delhi, UP.
Delhi, UP. I mean, Patna is quite dirty, but I mean, even if it is the capital of Bihar, right? You think so?
Yeah.
है ना? And it was like the peak. It was Chhat, and everywhere it was crowded. It was the first time. आपको कितने दिन की छुट्टी मिली सारा छठ के लिए?
The last week and then today.
अच्छा, कल से स्टार्ट होगा आपका? अच्छा, okay. So for example, if I have CH3OH and if I have CH3CH2OH, तो यहाँ पे किसकी solubility ज्यादा होगी? Where the number of carbon atom is less. So this will be more soluble. Then moving on, if I have 3 carbon atoms, it will be even less soluble. If you have 4 carbon atoms, it will be even less soluble, and so on. Where is that place, Razan? Shajang.
Shagan, sir.
शाहजंग बिहार में है?
No, sir, Shagan. Yeah.
बिहार में कहाँ है?
Sir, Patna.
हमको पटना उतना नहीं पता है, हम पहली बार गए थे पटना। तो पटना में वो भी सुल्तानगंज पता है क्योंकि दोस्त की शादी थी वहाँ। आई डोंट नो मच। अच्छा, आप भी पटना से ही हैं? आपने बताया होगा, बट एज यू नो हम भूल जाते हैं। ओके, राइट, नेक्स्ट। इन आइसोमेरिक alcohols, the solubility increases with increase in branching. Why? Because the surface area of alkyl group decreases. ठीक है, surface area of alkyl group decreases. That means if the alkyl group is not taking so much area, that means hydrogen bond formation के लिए we will have larger area, right? So if the alkyl group is taking less area, that means we can form hydrogen bond to a further extent. That means if I have a large group like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, let us suppose we have 4 carbon atoms and then an OH. So this is a long chain, okay? There is no branch. And then we have one branch here. This is also 4 carbons with one OH, isomeric alcohol. Then you can have another, you just have 2 carbon atoms, then OH, and the other carbon atoms are attached like this. So all of these are having 4 carbon atoms. But as you can see in this particular case, it is very visible that it is going to take less surface area. That is why it is going to have the highest solubility, followed by this one and then this one. ये रजान आपने शाहजंग लिखा है, लेकिन शाहगंज होगा शायद ना? You have to repeat whatever you said, Razan, because your voice was not audible. I cannot hear you. Maybe we will talk later on. Cannot hear you at all. उससे पहले आवाज आ रही थी आपकी सही से, लेकिन now I don't know what happened. All of you done? ठीक है, अब देखिए राइट नेक्स्ट पार्ट, इसी में सॉल्युबिलिटी में ही phenols are less soluble than alcohol. Less soluble than alcohol due to the presence of bulky benzene ring. Due to the presence of benzene ring. Okay, bulky benzene. Also, like I'm in Bihar for quite a long time, so you will have some disturbance from my side till 16th of November. Okay, after that I will be back at home, and then everything will be a bit more smoother as before. I don't know whether you can feel it or not. Is everything same from my side, or do you feel any disturbance? Tell me.
The same.
It's the same. Okay, fine. And that's good. But हाँ, like for example, आज आपका आधा घंटा ये हुआ है ना, so this type of thing will happen. Just bear with me for till 16th of November. Okay. You can even have some cancellation of classes, but I will try not to cancel any class until unless I'm traveling. In that case, I don't have any other choice. But I will make sure that I at least take some classes ताकि आप लोग भूल ना हो जाए. Okay. चलिए, right, next. Chemical properties of alcohol. Chemical properties of alcohol. Now, in chemical properties of alcohol, this ROH, this is my alcohol. Okay. Oxygen, which is having lone pair electrons, it will have delta negative charge, and it will be pulling electrons from hydrogen also. So this will be delta positive. It will be pulling electrons from the carbon atom. So this will also be delta positive. That means we have two very polar bonds, and due to this, there will be two different types of reaction. Some types of reaction will show cleavage of CO bond. Okay, when this bond is going to break, then we will be looking at cleavage of carbon oxygen bond. And if you are going to have cleavage of this bond, that is OH bond, then we classify those reactions under the label of cleavage of OH bond. Also, one more thing is very clear. If OH bond it is breaking, that means it is going to give you H plus ion, right? So this also shows the acidic nature of alcohols. Okay, cleavage of OH bond, and we will first start and we will learn about the cleavage of OH bond only. इतना लिखिए, then you will write the topic of cleavage of OH bond.
Sir, 1 second, can you go?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, done. Sir, done, sir.
You done? Okay. Reaction involving cleavage of OH bond. Okay. Now the first type of reaction, or the first reaction that we are going to look at, reaction with active metal. Reaction with active metal. Active metal कौन से पता है? छापा याद है आप लोग को? Those who have studied electrochemistry with me, Sarah, Wafia, Ahmed, I think you guys were there in electrochemistry. You remember छापा? लेके बारात काना मजे से आया,
Yes, sir.
मंजन कर फेंक दे. So all those छापा element, those are inactive metals. ठीक है. छापा के अलावा बाकी जितने metals थे हमारे, those all of them are what? They are active metals. Okay. So
Okay.
लेके बारात काना मजे से आया. Okay. Then we have मंजन कर फेंक दे, कोई निगाहें सुंदरी प्यार भरी. All of these elements, these are what? These are active metals. So they, if you have active metal and some acid, it is going to liberate hydrogen gas. So please write, alcohols are weakly acid. Alcohols are weakly acidic, and hence they react with active metals. Such as sodium, magnesium, aluminium, potassium, etc. to liberate hydrogen gas and form corresponding alkoxide. Form corresponding alkoxide. ठीक है. For example देखिए, if you have ROH alcohol, okay, and we have sodium. Okay, so sodium has a valency of what? 1 plus 1. So you will have Na plus, and to counter that we will have RO negative. Okay, 1 negative and Na positive. So we generally don't show the negative and positive sign. We write it like this together, RONA. Okay, plus it is going to give you what? It is going to give you hydrogen gas. H2 gas will be liberated. Okay, RONA. Now, if I take, for example, magnesium and I react this with alcohol, please remember what is the valency of magnesium? Magnesium की valency क्या होती है? What is the magnesium valency? Valency of magnesium is oxidation state. General oxidation state क्या होता है magnesium का?
2 plus.
Yeah, plus 2. So if we have plus 2, to counter that we should have 2 negative. 2 negative will come from RO negative twice Mg. Plus you will get same thing, H2 gas. Aluminium plus ROH. देखिए, balancing of reaction you can do accordingly. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry about that. Sorry. Now aluminium has the valency of plus 3, so it will be RO3 thrice aluminium plus H2 gas. Okay, write some questions. This is going to give you what? CH3, CH2O, whole twice Mg plus H2 gas. देखिए, इस सवाल में आपके पास generally, if you remember, I don't write the byproducts, but wherever I am writing the byproduct is important. The organic part is what? It is the magnesium alkoxide. Okay, and in this case, it is magnesium ethoxide specifically. But this hydrogen gas is very important because if you have an active metal and you have acid, hydrogen gas is liberated. Okay, So that is a characteristic of active metal. So you cannot forget the hydrogen gas. Okay. Also, please remember hydrogen gas will be liberated whenever you react alcohol with a active metal. Done, guys? Yes or no? Please tell me. लिख लिया आप लोगों ने? नहीं लिखा है?
Done, sir.
Done. Okay, great. Now we will be comparing the acidic character of alcohol with other elements. So please write first of all alcohol versus water. Alcohol versus water. Mariam is also not here today, right? बच्चे absent क्यों कर देते हैं? चक्कर. Okay. First of all, see, when we have alcohol, we'll have R, CH2, OH. It is going to give you, if I'm going to remove the hydrogen, RCH2, O negative. Okay, RCH2, O negative. Plus we will get H positive. But when we have water molecule, we will get here HO negative plus H positive. Okay. Now, how can we determine which is more acidic? Which is more acidic? How can we determine? There are two factors. Okay. First factor is polarity of OH bond. If the polarity of OH bond is very high, that means if the OH bond is very much polar, this positive charge will be there in the hydrogen atom, and this hydrogen atom will be having almost complete positive charge. Hence, the breaking of this bond will be very easy. Okay, it is having almost positive charge. That means it is having almost complete positive charge. If it is very polar, that means almost all of the electron is with oxygen atom. Almost complete hydrogen is having the H plus charge. Okay, the plus charge. Now, when the polarity of OH bond is high, that means we have a good acid. We have a stronger acid. Second point is stability of the conjugate base. That means we have to look at the conjugate base. After we remove the H plus, what is remaining? Conjugate base. This is your conjugate base from the alcohol. This is the conjugate base from the water. Okay. So first of all, let us check the polarity of OH bond. Okay, what we are going to check? We are going to check the polarity of OH bond. Now, in the polarity of OH bond, please see, this oxygen has a tendency to pull electrons. Oxygen has a tendency to pull electron because it is electronegative. Now, this electronegativity, this pulling of electron, it will already be fulfilled by CH2 because it is what? Electron releasing group. So oxygen को पहले ही बहुत electron मिल रहा है. Right? So oxygen is getting almost all of the electron from this RCH2. That means it will not be very much pulling, not be willing to pull so much of electrons from the hydrogen atom. Okay, that means this is less polar. First thing is that alcohol is less polar than water. Alcohol is less polar than water. That is why. अच्छा, एक बहुत ही आसान तरीका है इसको पहचानने का, ठीक है? Experimentally speaking. All of you have used sanitizer, yes or no? Please tell me, guys.
Yes, sir.
Sanitizer has alcohol. It has mainly ethanol, but it has some minute quantity of methanol also, so that people don't drink it, है ना? Because अगर सारा ethanol रहेगा तो पानी में डाल के लोग तो समझ रहे हैं ना आप? So they add
Yes.
methanol, है ना? तो methanol डालने से क्या होता है? If you add methanol, it becomes poisonous. So please never drink sanitizer, है ना? कि अंदर के कीटाणु मर जाएंगे, आप ही मर जाइएगा, ठीक है? So sanitizer has some quantity of methanol to make it poisonous, okay? And also it has a characteristic smell. Methanol has a very much characteristic smell, so that लोगों को पता चल जाए कि methanol दिया है इसमें, इसको पीना नहीं. Now you wash your hand and leave it like that, okay? And then you use sanitizer and leave it like that. What do you think? In which case your hand will be dry fastly?
Sanitizer.
सैनिटाइजर है ना. सोल्यूशन चैप्टर भी थोड़ा याद हो रहा होगा आप लोगों को, राइट? आई हैव आस्क्ड द सेम क्वेश्चन इन सोल्यूशन आल्सो. यस और नो? नहीं याद?
Yes, sir.
याद है सारा को याद. ओके ठीक है. दैट मींस alcohol is evaporating fastly. That means the hydrogen bond, the intermolecular force of attraction is not very strong. But water evap, you can see, it is what? It is more polar. And if it is more polar, that means it is going to have what? It is going to have high boiling point and high evaporation point also. Okay. Also, what is C? Hydrogen bond bhi hota hai na, wo polarity hoti hai. Very high delta negative, very high delta positive. So we give it another name, hydrogen bonding. Okay. Hydrogen bonding is also a special type of polarity. So this is more polar. So by first criteria, please see, by first criteria, who is winning? Alcohol or water? Which is more acidic by the first criteria? By the first criteria, which is more acidic? Tell me. Alcohol or water? जल्दी बताइए. More polar means if the polarity is high, so this is already having negative charge, this is already having positive charge, right? If the polarity is high, acidic strength is also high. अब बताइए कौन जीत रहा है, water or alcohol? Which is more polar? Oh. Samiha, आप बताइए. Water, very good. Water is winning here. Okay. Now let us look at the next case. Stability of the conjugate base. Stability of the conjugate base. This is negatively charged, and this CH2 is what? Electron donating group or releasing group? Tell me, guys. This is electron donating or withdrawing group? Alkyl group is what? Donating or withdrawing? Tell me fast. Alkyl group क्या होता है? It is donating group or withdrawing group? RCH2 is what? Oh my God. Razan, Samiha, Sara, tell me.
The screen is lagging.
My screen is lagging. For everyone, Samiha, Sara.
No, sir, it's fine.
No, sir.
अच्छा हाँ तो फिर बताइए. Tell me.
Electron donating, right?
Correct. It is electron donating group. Okay. So if it is electron donating group, what will happen to this negative charge? Negative charge will increase or decrease if you have electron donating group. If something is giving
Decrease?
electron, अरे नहीं ना, इलेक्ट्रॉन ही तो मिल रहा है ना, तो नेगेटिव चार्ज ही तो मिल रहा है इसको, राइट समीहा?
Okay.
है ना? So what will happen? This will be less stable due to the presence of electron donating group. The negative charge will increase, which will make the conjugate base less stable. But we don't have such electron donating group in OH. That is why it will be more stable. Now, more stable क्या है आपका? There's a comparative word, okay? More stable than the alkox side. So due to the second condition also, which is winning, tell me, कौन जीत रहा है यहाँ पे?
Water.
Which is more? Water is also. Very good. ठीक है, तो अब बताइए कौन ज्यादा एसिडिक हुआ, अल्कोहल या वाटर?
Water.
वेरी गुड, है ना? वाटर ही ज्यादा. ठीक है, अब इन सारे पॉइंट्स को हम लिखा देंगे. छापना चालू कीजिए. प्लीज राइट इट विथ मी. ओके, प्लीज राइट इट विथ मी. Alkyl groups are electron donating groups, that is plus I, and increases the electron density around oxygen atom. Hence the polarity of OH bond decreases. Which leads to decrease in acidic strength. Next point, as alkyl group is present, Just a second. As alkyl group is present on the alpha carbon of alcohol, it destabilizes the conjugate base ब्रैकेट में alkoxide ion formed and hence decreases the acidic strength. Okay. That means water is more acidic than alcohol. लिख लिया आप लोगों ने yes or no please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Right, next. Now we are going to look at another comparison. Okay. क्या लिखा था पहले वाले में हमने? Alcohol versus water. Now it will be 1 degree alcohol versus 2 degree alcohol versus 3 degree alcohol. ठीक है, देखिए 1 degree alcohol means R CH2OH है ना. The conjugate base is going to be R CH2O negative plus H positive. 2 degree alcohol means there will be 2 R groups in the alpha carbon CHOH and there is some R dash group. What will be the conjugate base? R CHO negative, some R dash group, the same R dash group plus H plus ion. Tertiary will be R double dash and this is dash OH. Here you will be getting RC R dash R double dash OH, sorry, O negative plus H positive. Okay. So what is the difference? H plus is not different. H plus is same. So we will not compare H plus. What is different? The alkoxide ion is different. In the first case, only one alkyl group is present. So only one alkyl group is doing what? Only one alkyl group is giving the electron and it is destabilizing. The second case, there are 2 alkyl groups which are giving the electrons and it is destabilizing the conjugate base. Third में आपके पास 3 है, right? So 3 are giving electron and what it is doing, it is destabilizing the alkoxide and it is making the OH bond less polar. Okay. So alkyl group if you increase the alkyl groups, ऐसा लिखिए, एक काम कीजिए. It will be directly proportional to what? Electron density. Okay. If the electron density at oxygen atom, right? If you have more alkyl groups, more negative charge will be there, more electron density will be there in the oxygen atom. And if you have more electron density in the oxygen atom, it will be what? Less polar. Okay. OH bond will be less polar. Okay. And it will also decrease the acidic strength. That means if the alkyl groups are increasing, if you have 3-degree carbon atoms, then it is doing what? It is decreasing the acidic strength. Okay. This is first criteria, polarity के हिसाब से. Okay. Then again, alkyl groups directly proportional to electron density at alkoxide. That means it will decrease the stability of RO negative. That means it will decrease the acidic strength. यानी कि the most acidic will be CH3OH. After that, 1-degree alcohol. After that, 2-degree alcohol. After that, 3-degree alcohol. लिख लिया आप लोगों ने? Everyone done? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Done.
Done. No doubt now. Razan, Samiha, Sara, and Wafia. Any doubt?
No, sir.
No, na. Right. Next, alcohol versus phenol. Alcohol versus phenol. पहली चीज तो आप ये देखिए. First thing is what? Look at a reaction of phenol. O negative, Na positive. ठीक है? But we don't write positive and negative. We write ONA directly. This is what? Sodium phenoxide. Plus, it is going to give you H2 gas. Okay? Same type of reaction. Very similar type of reaction. Okay? Very similar type of reaction. Now, this also does a reaction with metal hydroxide. ONA, and it gives water. Okay? Imagine the same reaction with alcohol. ROH plus NaOH, it is going to give you RONA plus H2O. ठीक है? अच्छा, अगर हम एरो इस तरफ दिखा रहे हैं, दैट मींस दिस इज माय एसिड. यस और नो, प्लीज टेल मी. राइट गाइस, यस और नो, प्लीज टेल मी. यही ना, H प्लस तो यहीं से निकल रहा है ना?
Yes.
अरे रजा, ऑल ऑफ यू अंडरस्टैंड, दिस इज माय एसिड. ठीक है, नाउ यू टेल मी व्हिच इज मोर एसिडिक, अल्कोहल और वाटर? व्हिच इज मोर एसिडिक, टेल मी. अभी
Water.
पढ़ा हम लोगों ने,
Water.
वाटर इज मोर, है ना? यानी कि व्हाट डू यू थिंक व्हिच इज मोर फेवरेबल, द फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन या बैकवर्ड रिएक्शन? यहाँ पे अल्कोहल, अगर हम फॉरवर्ड की बात करें, दिस इज फॉर फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन, दिस इज योर एसिड. बट इन द बैकवर्ड रिएक्शन, दिस इज माय एसिड. यस और नो, प्लीज टेल मी. बिकॉज यहाँ से देखिए आप, वाटर आपके पास क्या था, देयर वाज 2 हाइड्रोजन विथ वाटर, नाउ इट हैज ओनली 1 हाइड्रोजन. करेक्ट? सो फ्रॉम हियर व्हाट इज योर एसिड? वाटर इज योर एसिड. कैन ऑल ऑफ यू सी दैट? यस और नो, प्लीज टेल मी.
Yes.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
अब बताइए कौन सा रिएक्शन फेवरेबल होगा, फॉरवर्ड वाला या बैकवर्ड वाला? कौन ज्यादा अच्छा एसिड है?
Backward.
बैकवर्ड वाला. यानी कि ये रिएक्शन तो कभी होगा ही नहीं. Okay, so you will write this and then you will do a cross mark. Okay, first thing is that means metal hydroxide, they do react with phenol, but they don't react with alcohol. So this is the first evidence that tells you that phenol is what, more acidic than alcohol. Please write the above reaction shows that phenol is more reactive than alcohol. And now we are going to investigate why it is more reactive. Okay? Why it is more reactive. Let me know if you have written till here. Okay, so if they ask you a question, एक सवाल जो आता है बहुत ज़्यादा CBSE में, phenol is more reactive than alcohol. Explain by a reaction. ठीक है? Explain using reaction. Then you are going to write these 2 reactions. ठीक है? Phenol के साथ आप दिखाइएगा a metal hydroxide, it shows reaction, but alcohol does not show. Then you will say that the above reaction shows that phenol is more reactive than alcohol. Okay? So this is the important point. This type of question comes in exam. Can I move on? Yes or no? Please tell me, guys. आगे बढ़े to look at the reasons.
Yes.
ठीक है, अब देखिए. First reason is that, let us look at, we have already seen how the alcohol is. Now let us look at phenol. So phenol has a benzene ring, and then it has oxygen atom, and then it has hydrogen atom. This oxygen is connected to this carbon atom, and all of the rest of carbon atoms, all of these are what, sp2 hybridized. I hope all of you remember that electronegativity order for different hybridization of carbon atom is that sp is most electronegative, followed by sp2, and then followed by sp3. So sp3 belongs to what? sp3 belongs to electron donating group. But when you have sp2, it becomes slightly electron withdrawing group. Okay, it is more electronegative. If it is more electronegative, it will what? Pull electron, or at least it will not give electron. At least what it will do? At least it will not give electron. Not okay. If you have one sp2, it may happen that it can give you some electron if it is one sp2. But imagine you have how many sp2? sp2 further connected to sp2, further connected to sp2, further connected to sp2, further connected to sp2, further connected to sp2. It has 6 sp2s consecutively. है ना? It has 6 sp2 carbon atom consecutively, and also you have one sp2 here. Then you have 2 sp2 in the same distance with oxygen, then 2 sp2 with same distance, and then you have what? One sp2, which is the farthest. Now, all of these sp2s, what it will do, it will pull the electrons. और आपने देखा होगा, you must have seen what happens in resonance. What happens in resonance? In resonance, electron moves towards the benzene ring. Electron moves towards the benzene ring. That means which is more electronegative? This benzene ring is more electron. Benzene ring is pulling the electrons. When benzene ring is pulling the electron, this oxygen atom, it will generate slightly positive charge. When it generates slightly positive charge, what will happen? This bond will become more polar. Oxygen will say, carbon has taken my electron. I will take all the electrons from hydrogen. I will take all the electrons from hydrogen atom, making this what? Very high delta negative. So it'll be very high delta positive. And when hydrogen is already very high delta positive, hydrogen will say that I will not remain with you. I will dissociate. I will form H plus, and it will say, okay, fine, dissociate. It doesn't matter to me. I have resonance. I have resonance. I can stabilize myself. Can all of you see this? Both the reasons. First of all, it is more polar. Then my conjugate base is stabilized. Right? It is stabilized. More polar and it is conjugate base is stabilized. There were two main criteria. Both of the criteria are fulfilled by phenol. That is why it is more acidic than alcohol. All of you understood this? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
इतनी अच्छी तकरीर की हमने, हाँ ना कुछ तो बोलिए आप लोग.
Yes, sir.
समझ में आया? Okay. Thank you very much. Now, right next. Due to the presence of higher electronegative, due to the presence of higher electronegative acid, sp2 carbon, higher electronegative sp2 carbon atoms on benzene ring the polarity of OH bond, the polarity of OH bond in phenol increases. What happens? It increases, which leads to increase in acidic character. ये तो एक रीजन हो गया, ठीक है. Now, right, next reason. Further, the conjugate base formed, conjugate base formed okay, can you please write in bracket here phenoxide ion. Further, the conjugate base phenoxide ion form has oxygen atom with negative charge attached to benzene ring, which leads to delocalization of charge due to resonance and stabilizes phenoxide ion. With all of these, we can conclude phenols are more acidic than alcohols. ठीक है ना। फिनॉल में भी आपके पास सब्स्टिट्यूटेड फिनॉल होते हैं, राइट? So there can be many substitution in the phenol atoms, and it will depend whether it is electron donating group or withdrawing group, or also it depends whether you have it on ortho, para or meta position. वो सारी चीजें डिपेंड करती हैं, but all of those things काम करते हैं. Let us discuss this slight a little bit of phenol, but लेकिन phenol के बाद के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे जब phenol का पोर्शन आएगा. अभी हल्का सा डिस्कस करते हैं phenol के बारे में. Okay, we'll discuss it lightly. Let me know when you are done, guys. लिख लिया आप लोगों ने? Rizan, Samiha, Sara and Wafia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Acidic strength of substituted phenol. Right. पहले आप लोग सबसे पहले एक चीज ध्यान रखिए. If you remember phenol, so what should be there? Electron withdrawing group should be there, so that what it does, if you have electron withdrawing group in phenol, then it is going to withdraw the electron from the O negative. If it is withdrawing the electron from O negative, what it is doing? It is stabilizing the conjugate base. First thing is that if you have electron donating group, जैसा alcohol में रहता है, then it is going to decrease the acidic strength. ठीक है? So electron donating group will be such as CH3, NH2, OCH3. All of these are what? Electron donating group. Then we have electron withdrawing group. Electron withdrawing group, what it will do? It will increase the acidic strength. Because if you have electron withdrawing group, it will withdraw the electron density from oxygen atom, lowering the charge density, stabilizing the conjugate base, hence increasing the acidic strength. Example will be NO2, and then we have any halogen atom. Okay, both of these are what? Electron withdrawing group. Now, electron donating group can be either plus M or plus I. Withdrawing group can be minus M or minus I. Okay, and also remember that we have three different positions. ये आपका यहाँ पे आ गया OH group. Okay, and then we have three different positions. This is the ortho position. This is also the ortho position, right? This is the ortho position. If you have any group in the ortho position, you have to check whether it is plus M or minus M. Okay. Next, we have the meta groups here or here. This is the meta group, or rather, it is the meta position, not group. My bad. It is what? Meta. And you will write here M. That means mesomeric effect doesn't work at meta position. At meta position. I think you will remember this from haloalkane halorine chapter. We saw that when we are going to put electron withdrawing group, it should be in ortho or para. Okay, plus M or minus M. Both do not work at meta position. That means if you have anything in meta, you have to see whether it is plus I or minus I. Lastly, you have the para position. Now in para position, you have to see whether it is plus M or it is minus M. बात समझ में आ गई? All of you, yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just wait. Okay, just wait a second. I have a question in mind, but let me see if you have any question from the previous year. Then we will give that question first. Tell me, CBSE ka, it is not one of the favorite topics in this particular chapter. Acidic strength. Okay. ज़्यादा सवाल करते हैं ना वो एसिडिक स्ट्रेंथ में, वो सिर्फ ये सवाल करते हैं कि फिनॉल ज्यादा एसिडिक क्यों है इथेनॉल से, मेथनॉल से ज्यादा एसिडिक क्यों है? ओके, सो दे हैव नॉट गिवन दिस हियर, बट सो आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन इन माइंड, हम उसी को करते हैं। प्लीज राइट, arrange in increasing order of acidic strength. Arrange in increasing order of acidic strength. Right? Propane 1 all. B part 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. C part 3-nitrophenol. D part 3,5 dinitrophenol. E part phenol. F part is 4-methyl phenol. Okay, so we have all of these things. We need to arrange them in increasing order of acidic strength. So first of all, let us start with drawing all of these molecules. So we have propene 1 on 1, 2, 3 carbon atoms, and then OH group 2,4,6 trinitrophenol, OH, NO2, NO2, NO2. Okay, then we have 3-nitrophenol. 3-nitrophenol will be what? OH, and at meta position there will be nitro group. T, 5, we have 2 nitro groups in the meta position. Then we have phenol, and then we have 4-methyl phenol. ठीक है, अब चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। सबसे पहले एक तो आपको सबसे बहुत ही आसानी से पता चल गया होगा that we have, first of all, you see what is different. We have alcohol, and then all the rest of them are what? All the rest of them are phenols, right? So obviously A will be what? The least acidic. Yes or no? Can I write till here? Yes or no? Please tell me, guys.
Yes, sir.
Can I write? ठीक है, अब देख, अब यहाँ पे बस स्टार्ट कीजिए आप. Okay, so first of all, tell me, should I see the mesomeric effect or only inductive effect? Tell me. Where are the nitro groups in ortho para या फिर meta में है बताइए जरा. In B case, all the nitro group are in. All the nitro groups are where? Oh, what happened? Please tell ना सारा सामने.
Ortho
Ortho है ना, तो फिर क्या होगा? प्लस m या माइनस m? मेसोमेरिक इफेक्ट देखेंगे ना यहाँ पे. टेल मी, प्लस m और माइनस m. नाइट्रो ग्रुप इज व्हाट? डोनेटिंग और विड्रॉइंग? Nitro group is
withdrawing.
withdrawing group. So this will be minus m. And how much? 3 times minus m because we have 3 group. अच्छा, C में बताइए क्या होगा? कहाँ है? ऑर्थोपैरा में है या फिर मेटा में है?
Meta.
इन C मेटा में है. तो मेसोमेरिक इफेक्ट देखेंगे या फिर इंडक्टिव इफेक्ट देखेंगे? व्हाट यू विल सी?
Inductive.
हाँ, सो इंडक्टिव में बताइए, प्लस आई होगा माइनस आई होगा? इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी देख के बताइए. नाइट्रोजन और ऑक्सीजन लगे रहेंगे. नाइट्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन आर व्हाट? मोर इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव, लेस इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव? नाइट्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन आर Tell me. More acidic than carbon, right? Yes or no? Please tell me. नहीं, अरे हाँ ना, कुछ तो बोलिए, क्या हो जाता है आप लोगों को?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. So this will be what? Minus I. What about this one, D? It will be minus I. Both of them are in meta, but this is 2 times because we have 2 different groups. This is normal, this is nothing. Okay. What is this? What should we see? M or I? In the F part, what should we see? M or I?
M.
M देखेंगे तो बताइए क्या है ये? प्लस M है, माइनस M है? CH3 प्लस M है या माइनस M है? जल्दी बताइए, जल्दी बताइए, जल्दी बताइए।
Plus.
वेरी गुड, इट इज प्लस M। ठीक है, अब ये बताइए, ऑल ऑफ दीज आर व्हाट? माइनस I। ये आपका न्यूट्रल और ये क्या है आपका प्लस M। सो प्लस M इज व्हाट? इट विल गिव यू लेस एसिडिक स्ट्रेंथ। सो A के बाद क्या आएगा आपके पास? यू विल हैव F, and after F what you will be having? After F you will be having E, because E में minus I नहीं है। Can all of you see that? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, now that is done। ठीक है, जो जो सिमिलर है पहले उसको हटा दीजिए। ठीक है, जो जो आपके पास कम होता जा रहा है। अब देखिए यहाँ पे आपके पास क्या डिफरेंस है? You have some with minus M and you have 2 with minus I. Okay, so first of all we will clear up what is similar here. Minus I is similar. So in these two, C and D, which is less acidic? Tell me. C and D, which is less acidic?
C.
Very good. C will be less acidic. Why? Because it is having less electron withdrawing group. That means it will be less acidic. After C, obviously it will be D. है ना? देखिए माइनस M से पहले माइनस I को देखते हैं, because M is always more influential than I, except in halogen. ठीक है, except in halogen. ठीक है, D के बाद आपके पास बस एक ही बचा है, that is your B. बस। ठीक है, so this is the order. Samiha, Razan and Sara, Wafia, all of you understood this? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, chalo. That's it for today. We'll meet on Wednesday, inshallah, and then we will move on to different types of reactions. So we have seen only one reaction in terms of what? In terms of the cleavage of OH bond. Next class we will look at a reaction with carboxylic acid. Next class में क्या देखेंगे? Reaction with carboxylic acid. After that, what we'll see? We'll see reaction with acid chloride, acid anhydride. Okay, and that will be the end of cleavage of OH bond. After that, we will look at the reactions involving cleavage of CO bond. ठीक है, तो उसमें आपके पास कुछ reactions that you have already seen. That means, for example, reaction with hydrogen halide, जो Lucas agent वाला reaction है। ठीक है, आप लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा उसमें, हाइड्रोजन हाइलोरीन में। We will revise it